Okay, so let's talk about camera angles in fisheye perspective. So again, repeat this mysterious thing. So here I need to mention again this thing about perception, visual perception. So we have this like a sphere of visual perception, and we have space. So perspective kind of is about manipulating or operating within 3D space, and the 3D space it has this like dualism because it's consists of two elements, and what we actually see it's intersection of these two elements. So basically we have like two 3D systems. One, it's your visual perception, and second, it's kind of like this world itself outside of your perception. So visual perception, it's it can be, you can kind of like simplify it to level of a box, because you can say it's just like here is like top, like above you, below you, in front of, in the back, on the left and the right. But to be more precise, we use sphere because then we have like angles, right? Like I can say like in front, I can say 45 angle, I can say 20 angle, whatever. Так. Hello Dorian, hello Alex. Yeah, Dorian, you overthink. Just watch tutorial and do how I show in the video. All you need is more practice. You're sync without practicing. That's your main issue. Так, so here, so it can be both camera or your head, right? So imagine it was like your head is like a camera. So, and we have like these two fisheye lenses in nose between them, right? So like a camera, we like moving it around, and so here we today talking about head or fisheye camera. It's 360 or kind of just wide lens camera, right? So it's here in the center of the sphere. So here we have this front, and so this Z vanishing point, this left X, right X, and here's top Y, bottom Y. So this is your visual, like half of your visual sphere is like this front half of a sphere. Space, it's yeah, it can be like rounded. It's also, you can use you can because all this is like our simplification. See, in like our ability to see 3 dimensions, it's similar like see meaning in the world. You know what I mean? So so like even like you see tree or dog, yeah, it's our way to name this stuff, and when you name it, it's already simplification. So you make like operation of like make it more abstract and like simple, so you can like structuralize it. This kind of you see I'm talking here about like this, in most insane like level advance. Because I believe like artist, he should be operate on a level of philosophy. So like I find book, just bought book on how's it called, secondhand bookshop. It's like, wow, so crazy. Robert A.M. Stern. So this architect looked like a junior soprano. This guy, if you've seen like soprano, it's insane. This book was so cheap, but here it's like have a lot of amazing like illustrations from of his architecture, interiors, exteriors. This building looks like mafia mansions. It's kind of stuff like, wow, it's so crazy. And so look, it's insane. It's so crazy references. And here even have like skyscrapers. So this dude like one of core architectures, like new tradition in American architecture. And he have like very good intro to book, introduction. So he say, so here he say narrative architecture. It's a narrative art, and the architectural style is analogous to poetic diction. So you can like just simply write something like direct, or you can use some like, let's say, you can like simply write to communicate, but like storytellers since Greek traditions. So okay, no, it's just like make it short, right? So it's always like a poetry, and it's like here he says like every element, every detail in the work have sense. Everything have a meaning. Like every line you do, like your um, even like a reason why you draw, all should be based on your philosophy. And like you learn how to draw, you need to learn what you're doing, understand really like what you're doing, what is the place of your work in this world, like what is meaning of this, all of this kind of process, kind of, right? So, and this will be really like get you to place when you work like with the actual art, not just cooking hot dogs, you know, like you some kind of like pancakes for money, you know, but actually like being creative and really have a vision. So, and then here kind of, right, like I go in there fantastically like perspective. It's not only about drawing something in a space, but it's like a massage for your brain. It's like a gym, because our thinking process, our creative process, all this is about decisions, about analysis, about making connections, about making decisions. So you need to train your brain, kind of massage it, how to say, like make it more flexible and active, to be able work with very complex subjects, very complex subject with all these like intersections. So it's absolutely connected. Like when you just kind of like you think you just drawing all these vanishing points, perspective grids, you try to follow some logic and structure. It's not only about these lines, it's about your brain in general. It's improving your brain, just your ability to like handle such complexity. So um it's insane. It's like changing you, and really very amazing thing. So uh same like you see, it's a perspective. It's like very philosophical kind of thing. And So world, right? Like all this is our ideas, all this visual perception, idea of a space. It's it's all kind of like a human inventions. So everything you see around you is have this like a so-called box logic, right? And also this is like a kind of like a box fractal, because if if you kind of like outside of this box, or if you're bigger than this box, yes, and then you kind of look at it as an object. But if you inside this box, so then it became your space, like a room, kind of interior something, right? And the trick is like we're constantly within and outside. So like right now you kind of you don't see top, bottom, left, right, let's say like in the ocean, right? But it's there. It's like this invisible sides of this 3D space. It's there not because kind of you can take it or cut it and put on in a sandwich, right? It's there because it's always in our head, which is kind of inherited and keep kind of give it for next generations, just like how we build. So, and when we draw, we kind of draw an intersection. We draw an intersection of your properties of your camera, of your visual system. And this ideal kind of idea of 3D space, 3D world. So, and here I will later will show it with how it looks. So kind of like for us, practically it looks like perspective grids. So it's not like you need every time you need to sit and like meditate on this. No, basically it's like just narrows down, funnels to perspective grids. So every kind of type of situation will be just projected in a particular perspective grid. Так. So if we take this half sphere, projected on a paper, it's a 5-point perspective grid, right? So we have this like, so basically you're drawing this sphere on the paper. So same, we have top, bottom, left, right, and this is Z in the front. Так, so if we draw like full sphere, so like your full sphere of vision, it's not just front half, but you want to draw like all 360-degree, right? So it's like now you need to you need to add one more half of a sphere, right? So practically it looks like 6-point perspective grid. So this is 5-point, and the full sphere looks 6-point perspective grid. If we draw it in a circle, like in this video I have with reflecting sphere from Escher. So it looks like this 5-point perspective inside inside this circle. So basically it's like this rear half of a sphere, we open it and a stretch. So now this was like a point here. Now this point is stretched into line. So this like Z vanishing point like opens into kind of like line instead of vanishing point. So we have all these four sides. It's the four sides of a rear sphere, rear a half of a sphere. So inside it looks same kind of like 5-point perspective. And then it's just like extends and start to look like magnet fields. Moving all around here. Same with this one. Y go here, go there, and there start to moving like this. So, and we can do this without this sphere. It can be just like make a frame. So then you have this like 5-point perspective. So will be like kind of like 6-point perspective. It's just your grid going outside of 5-point perspective. So you will have kind of, it can be any size. You can just change paper format, whatever you want. So, okay. So, and then let's talk about rotation. So actually, like when we rotate camera, there is certain differences. Like because if we have not fisheye lens, when we have like this 2-point perspective or 1-point perspective, so say like it's a small area of your field of view, your visual sphere, then actually it don't, it's kind of like not important. You like, okay, let's say, it's like if it's not fisheye perspective, it's not important. Like it's no difference between moving head like up and down or moving your eyes up and down, right? So like if I sit here, like I look up, okay, here I have this kind of like 3-point perspective, right? If I look down, I have 3-point perspective. But if I do same with fisheye perspective, so I take like a full sphere or like little more than half of a sphere, then it's a very big difference between moving eyes or moving or turning your head, because let's say it's like if I move eyes, okay, let's here, right, we have this grid. So if I move eyes in this perspective, then basically it means I just kind of like emphasizing certain area inside my visual field, right? So again, like imagine, right? So right now you have this half of a sphere, and I move eyes down, I move eyes up. It don't make difference because I already see it all together. So it only will make sense if I would narrow it down. Like here, I say like, okay, I'm looking down. So here I see this kind of box from up to down, kind of, right? Like I have this down view to box. In this like smaller frame. But if I see it all together, so it's kind of like I look simultaneously. I see it's like if I look up and down at the same time, it's like look up and down at the same time, right? So it's like idea of moving your eyes don't make sense anymore. So, but now it starts to be about moving head. Before, on this perspective, like when we have this like area, small area of your visual sphere, it's not important. You see this because you turn your head down or because you look down. It's not important because it's just kind of here. Don't make any difference. But here, when we have fisheye perspective, let's see. So when you look straight, here is your horizon line, right? So this is a belt. It's kind of your eye level moving like around like a belt. So, and this looking straight, it's this like typical 5-point perspective grid. So we have this horizon line, X, X, Z, Y, Y. If I look up like 90 degree, like totally up, or 90 degree down, you see what happened? Like now this belt have this 90 degree is perpendicular. Now this horizon line, this belt of horizon line is perpendicular to direction of my view, direction of my camera. So, and because of this, perspective grid will be different. So now we will have for this camera or head like a rotation, like I rotate, turn my head down, like let's say, so this one here. Will look like this here. So look like this. I don't know, maybe make like this. Like now you see teenagers look with phone like this, you know, standing like hempen like this. So in this perspective grid, for this camera or head rotation, we will have now this will be Z instead of Y. So it will be like front Z. This will be like rear Z. X remain same here, left and right. And this will be Y axis. So structure remains same, but we kind of switch dimensions, right? So now it's not depth, now it's height. Hello, Marshall. Marshall, yeah. So, and then, okay, if you see happens this like huge difference, right, between straight and down or top look camera angle, because this kind of same will be, well, yeah, let's also draw. Same grid will be for looking up. If you decide to look like this. So if you just look down, it's like nadir, like a bottom y-axis. If you look up, it will be zenith y-axis. So then, okay, we have in between kind of, right? So like we have, let's say 45 degree, and then can be like 45, 60, something, whatever. So it's like just also kind of perspective grid for such. And this is a perspective grid when we see horizon line curved. So when you see curved horizon line, it means we have fisheye perspective. So it's like our field of view is very big, and camera or head is not parallel to ground. So let's say, let's again use kind of this. So let's say like this one. So now here it's left X, here is right X, here it's Z. And yeah, because, so this one we're looking up, and because we're looking up, so now like this Y zenith vanishing point is also like moving more down, kind of, right? So, and here with this kind of grid we have this cross. It's kind of important constructive element, which I tell before in this videos about fisheye with the curved horizon line. So this cross like is important. It's like, see here is 90 degree. Then like how you draw Z axis. Z axis here, it's let's use orange. So here Z axis is this vertical line and horizon line, right? This curve. So we have straight and curve. So, and you need to like carefully draw in between the lines. You need to build this transition between straight and curve line. Why carefully? Because it's different direction. Like here we have curvature goes this direction. So in between will be like this, right? Here we have curvature this direction. So in between will be this way. And same here, you look where is straight, where is curve, and you draw in between. Straight curve, you draw in between. Because if you will just start to draw it towards one direction, you make it wrong. So I say like just better do it subdivision, like middle, middle, middle. It's help you to kind of not to confuse yourself. So then X here it's this curve line. Let me start to break my head here. Yeah, so then this X will also go through Y. Так. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, because it's really... So, and then what we have? We have this curve line, and we have this curve line, and we have this curve line. So, you draw it till you have this kind of like picture plan. So if your paper kind of finish here, right, then you just subdivide it here. So then also like here is go until it became straight line, then let's go here. So now we have this curve, we have this curve, and you need to draw in between also this straight, this curve. So why, if you have like picture plane is cut here, so your Y will go like this. So it's like straight line here, goes through Z, and it's this curve line going through X. And then you subdivide, then you have straight curve, subdivide, straight curve, subdivide. Stuff like that. So what is important? It's this Z and Y and this cross. So if we look into our sphere, between Y and Z, we have 90-degree angle, right? So when we have this cross is like showing us angle of rotation. So if this cross in the middle, like, then it will be like camera or head looking up 45-degree. But here it's little lower than middle, so it's just like little less than 45. So let's say here it's half. Here half, it will be like 45, and it's just like a 40 kind of, you know. So let's see, like in this case we have like 40-degree camera, like, because here is a horizon line and camera like looking up above horizon line about like 40-degree angle. So let's draw this guy head. It's like something like 14-degree. So, and same happen like when looking down, it's just will be curved in opposite direction. So again, it's like you see, it's like here will be your y vanishing point, and then you see where will be your x. So outside or inside picture, let's say outside. So now we have this cross. You see this line kind of going from x to x, intersect this y-axis. This is the direction of the camera. Now this camera looking below horizon line, and here you see it's like almost something like 35, right? So if we kind of like trying to like subdivide and see like from 90, it's like if it will be like 1/3, it will be like 30. From 90, now 1/3 is 30 degree, but it's a little more than 1/3, kind of 35, let's say, right? And same kind of like build this grid like I show in all these videos. So then we have z axis. Okay. So you see this make sense kind of like when we see or we have earthquake on a missile. Oh, say it's a missile attack. Can survive the stream. Yeah. So this thing only about perspective when we have this fish eye, so we can see left and right x vanishing points. So it also will work with 6-point perspective, or just like kind of like absolutely like 360-degree perspective. So, but here, what I also want to explain here, what is happening, what you see here, it's a combination, like behavior of reaction on each other of this structure of visual perception sphere and environment. What does mean? It means we have this space for like convenience. Let's say, yeah, it's easy when it's you inside room, but also it's like street, right? So it's like left, you standing in the street somewhere in New York, and it's like absolutely square because you have flat ground, you have wall on the left, you have wall on the right, and this is like kind of like a tunnel. You have this front and back kind of, right? So it's also kind of like you can see it as a very symmetrical space with symmetrical sides, like a cube, like a box. So, and here inside this 3D space is your visual system. It's so as you standing here inside this space, and so and this space is projecting onto your visual sphere, like in this drawing of reflecting sphere, right? So have like this reflecting sphere. If you remember from Escher, I hope writing it Escher. So there is like hand holding reflective sphere, So, and in this sphere, we can see this guy who is holding this sphere and the room. So you see, it's exactly same thing. So this room is reflecting kind of on this sphere. Same here. So um, when you have this case like horizon line, it's like this, right? It's mean again, it's mean your visual system. It's like your kind of globus of your visual sphere perception. It's parallel. So this Z and X is parallel to space Z and X. Okay, so in this case, we will see horizon line as a line, as a flat line. When you turn your visual sphere like according to space. So now, like you see, like in this case, like when you're looking down, so this like box, right? So here your box space box of a space, Z of this box parallel to Z of your visual sphere. They're parallel, right? So it's look like this. But then when you look down, what happened? Happens that box Z of a box of a space, Z of a box of a became Y of your visual sphere, because in your visual sphere is the bottom, it's a Y. So it's a Z now is parallel to Y. So this is super cool. It's like really interesting puzzle, kind of like it should be like insightful. Hello, princess. Yeah, it's like how to say, it's like a sacred geometry for sure. So what happened again? This box of a space Z, right? Now you turn your visual sphere, so your this Z direction of a Z now is not parallel with the Z of a box. Now it's parallel with the Y of a box. You see this Y of a space, Y of a box. For your sphere, it's a Z, but actually it's a Y of a space. This Y, instead of like this Y, now became Z inside one 5-point perspective. This Y it's looks this way. We kind of switch them, right? So this is important thing like nobody talking about, and like I just let you know, I don't know. Will make your life more interesting. So instead, so before it was like your visual space or visual sphere look parallel with the Z, right? But now you rotate your visual sphere with your head, or you rotate your fisheye camera downward. So now your camera Z parallel to space Y. Okay? So, and this what happened on a drawing. This what happened when you draw it. You will have this perspective grids. And then same for this like intermediate angle, right? So you see what happened with intermediate angle. So on this like head rotation, vertical rotation, for this like 45 or like 40, 30, 60 angle, we will have this grid, like horizon line will look curved. So you look here, so you now your visual sphere is not parallel to y over space, is not parallel to z over space. It's like here, it's somewhere in between, like, and you can just like estimate exactly which angle, like how much it's like how much between 0 and 90-degree angle. So let's say, so if like here we inside this cube, right? So this camera looking inside this cube, looking down. So this how your cube will look from this angle with fisheye camera. You see? So we see this side, it's here, like that. This left, it's this left, this right, it's this right. So with this knowledge, kind of, if you figure it out, if you understand what I mean, it's actually it's like all you possibly need to learn, like all, not kind of, it's like ultimate understanding of perspective. You just understand like all these principles, because it's about this visual sphere and the 3D space. So here we have this vertical rotation, right? What happened when we have like horizontal rotation? And again, you see, like when we have horizontal rotation, it's about what happened with your sphere according to box over space. So when your sphere is parallel to this box, like, so you're again, let's say your z looking here, so it's parallel to z over box. So it's kind of straight, zero angle, not left to right rotation, right? So we will have this 5-point perspective. But when, can I draw it in here? Okay, let's draw again. So when we look without, so we have space, we are standing somewhere on a street, and our camera, our visual sphere is parallel to street. We will have this 5-point perspective in this case. So it's very important to understand every case projected as perspective grid, because like eventually, like every time when you draw space on a paper or on some kind of 2D surface, it's always about perspective grid. So here we have this like x, y, z. So yeah, and let's make it little extend, right? So we have this like little more than 5 points, so it's like little, like 6-point perspective. So we see little more than 180, it's like 200 angle degree. So, and here, let's say it's I stand in a parallel to street. So here I have like a kind of like an intersection, right? So one road go here to front, another road go to left, another road go to right. It's kind of why I drew it so weird. And here we have like building on a corner. Let's make it like some billboard. And here some billboard. And it's interesting, like missile attack message. Yeah, here living in Taiwan, China always treating us like crazy China. So, and then I kind of like rotate my camera or my head to left, let's say like 45 degree. How I will draw it as a perspective grid. So interesting point here. So compared to rotation, vertical rotation, this one, it's very simple because perspective grid doesn't change. All you change is like, I don't know, it's just like placement of a space within this grid. So because here in a structure of 5-point perspective grid, what we have this like a 0 angle, and here we have 45, 45, 45, 45. So 0 angle will be straight line, 45 will have this curved and vertically like this. So if I have some object in a 45 angle, so I will use this middle point as a vanishing point for this object. So it means it's not like I make a new perspective grid. It's just like inside my 5-point perspective grid, like I have this view like here, right? And then I have some object is a 45-degree angle compared to other objects. So I use this as like let's say like will be no, it will be Z45. Let's say Z45. So and the other 45 vanishing point will be here. So what happened is like this X vanishing point move to here. So it became like X45. And this Z vanishing point moves to here. So it became like Z45. Right, for this object. So it's like it came like this. And also can draw like also I have a video specifically talking about this. It's called like rotation in the 5-point perspective. So you can go to look this video, like talking a lot about just this stuff, right? Here I just telling you that when you rotate camera, it's kind of like, actually it's just like if you uh, move in space within this grid. So like same place, like here is my station point, is this y nadir, right? So it's my station point, and here is like my side direction. It's parallel to street, as I say. Now if I draw it 45 turn to left, right? So what will happen? Will happen is like we have again built same perspective grid, same structure. We have all this y above, y below, but now we will use this x45 and z45. Hello, John. So here how this is kind of like 2-point perspective in fisheye, can call it this way. So we have what we have. We have this go here, and let's go like this. And this go here, then let's go like that. So now this street, look magic. Okay, and the y axis is important here, right? So y go same like in this simple grid. So now same this street, right? It's here. We have this road go here. In this street, it's here. So let's select this. And this corner, this building's on a corner. Some like noodle restaurant and barber shop. So you see, so first view we have it's like our viewer or camera. It's parallel to box of a space. On a second this view, he kind of like, now he's not parallel, he looking into corner of a space, so it's like wow, kind of like this. So his direction towards corner. So his line sight is not parallel to z of a space of z of this box. Z of box go here, x of box go here, like we see in here, you see? So it's like center, and here is z, here is x. So this is kind of how you show rotation camera like horizontally in the fisheye. And you see just kind of what kind of difference it make. Because you can take like in your drawing you can use this one and then you can frame it like this, right? So you have in your picture you have this way tilted corner, and you need to understand like why it's happened, why it's like that. So it's because you crop your like left side of your view in this fisheye camera, and here we have this corner in the center, so your camera looking straight to the corner. So and mainly like main difference is just this y-axis, right? So it's like here it looks straight because in the center with the y-axis. Так. So then we go, okay, what will happen when we have a rotation like this, horizontal rotation, and the vertical rotation together? Okay, and there is special perspective grid for this. So let me like just or here you understand what's mean. Just make one more time, so make it clear what is perspective grid here. So it look like this. So it's y go like this, and then z go through y, and here it's straight line, here it's go like this. This x go through y, and then it's go like this. And then here we have like this curve line from z, and we have straight line of horizon line here, right? So curve, straight, between, and again subdivide, curve, straight, between, subdivide. Same here, straight, curve, between, subdivide, straight, curve, between, subdivide. So this perspective grid for this 45 horizontal rotation fisheye camera. Which practically I think you can also like experiment, because it's same, you see same principle. Yeah, it's like, I think I also show it in the previous video, because this you see 45 because it's in the center between x and z. So x on the left and z on the front is a 90 degree, right? So when we show camera direction in the middle, so it means camera looking 45 angle right in the middle between x and z. So just you need to kind of draw it a couple times, process it, third row a couple of times, just like to build these principles, this logic in your head. It's very easy to study because you see it's just like middle or thirds kind of. It's not like complicated. It's just a new pattern for you. It's like really like a new kind of knowledge, which is make you able to draw like another level work. If you look for something like which make you like quality of your work on a new level, this it is. It's like study anatomy. It's like very hard because you never do it because it's very new knowledge. And same this one here. But it should be fun actually. It's kind of fun. It's not fun like eating sugar or sleeping all day. It's fun because it's a challenging, right? And you don't need like fighting like on the fists with someone to win here. It's very safe. It's you can achieve something by doing this without risking your life. So you don't have excuse if you want to be like really good artist, because you find this channel, right? And now only excuse not to learn this is just because you too lazy or weak, because you're afraid of challenge, you're afraid of hard work. Oh my god. Uh-huh. Okay, again like air drill, and sit here in the window like maybe we'll see in the live stream like rocket flying in my face. Hello, Alex. Yeah, yeah, just for somebody who want to learn it. So then what happened? Like when we have так. So our camera, it's both. So it's looking down and also 45 to sides. What kind of grid it will be? Yeah. So maybe use different colors. So this it's X, and this is Z. And so they make this kind of very interesting thing. So it's like Z have this curve and this curve, and kind of in between straight line. and x have this curve which is aligned with the z, and they together, this z and x, making horizon line. And in between these two curves, it's a straight line. And then we have y-axis intersecting this. So it's like, for beginning, it's kind of like this, how you start this grid. Because this y also go like this. So, and you might think like, oh, what the hell? It's like, what are you doing? It's like kind of some magic. No, go to my video about breaking down Omao perspective. I have this tutorial, Omao. So there are like very nice examples of how he used these perspective grids in his work. So, so once you start it, then you just kind of expand it. So we have this z x curve aligned with horizon line. Then it's aligned with the y-axis and this straight. Then we have this z. So, okay, maybe I draw here just demonstration because look like absolutely crazy. So let's say, okay, here we have curved horizon line. Here we have y vanishing point, x, z. Let's say some kind of, like a car. And here's some dude, he's like, what? And so here's our picture plan. Maybe he have like some combat gear. And he's standing on a roof, right? So we can see some other buildings. And okay, here I show you horizon line. You can see it. Maybe some other roofs. Так, so what the hell? I'm standing here on the roof, and here's this car. Так. So this one, it's like fisheye we're talking about, right? But then it can be like absolutely insane, like how to draw, how to rotate camera in a 360 camera. Uh, so when we can see like everything, right? So I was thinking make it in this video, but I think maybe it will be like really too much. I better make it second video. It's already look like overdose. So now let's just draw all grids for example. So let's say Let's just draw a couple. How many angles we have? Straight, up, looking up, looking like 45. Okay. Then we have like 45 to left. And both vertical and horizontal rotation of camera. Walk. Yes. Yeah, of course, this advanced perspective. Yeah. Because, like, I don't know what to teach beginners. It's already so many video for beginners. So I want to make more for advanced level. So, okay, here we have like our fisheye camera, but it's parallel to environment. So it doesn't look down, it doesn't look up, it doesn't turn left or right. So we'll have horizon line go like this. Left X vanishing point, right X vanishing point, or Y vanishing points here. So we have this cross. Then we have C is like not perfect circle, but it's still work as a 5-point fisheye perspective. So we have Y go like this, and then Y go kind of outside of this circle, like a magnet field, right? Same X, it's a horizon line. Here we have Z. So the X is have this curvature, and then it go like that, go like that. And Z will be just like 1-point perspective, radiating lines to center. So it's kind of easiest perspective grid here. So let's say we have like a street. And buildings go here. So it's kind of a road. And then here we have like a gap. And then we have this rooftops. And here some flying vehicle, like a fifth element, right? So here's some dude walking. Let's call him Tony. Mr. Tony. Here have some dude walking. Так. It's like different levels on a building. Maybe here some kind of vehicle against some skyscraper. It's kind of very easy, can build some sci-fi. So yeah, when we go outside of this 5-point perspective circle, perspective became like super distorted, super skewed, like surreal. Like same on this Escher reflective sphere. Yeah. So here this building have floors. Make like a shadow here. Так. Hello, chromatic dreamscape. Так. So here let's draw like fisheye, camera look down. So this will be Y nadir. Here is Z front, Z back, X left, X right. And this Y axis vertical lines, they will be like this. So we have buildings, classes. Street. Go like this far away. Here we have this street turn to left, move to back. So we can see like other side, some buildings. Let's draw some flying vehicle, right? Crazy driver. etc. So here horizon line, some more roofs here, some people walking. And even can, oh, okay, let's put some shadow. So then we have this camera angle when it's not like 90-degree down or up, but like 45 kind of about. So yeah, and also I forget to mention about tilt, like this touch tilt, which it's very easy. You just kind of like lean, like tilt this perspective grid. So instead of making it straight vertical, you just tilt it like that, and you have this kind of camera rotation this one direction, like this. So yeah, let's say here. Will be horizon line. So here will be y zenith vanishing point. This z vanishing point, and let's say x left, x right. So now here we have this direction of a camera. So its angle you can just kind of see space. It's about like 1/4. So it's kind of like 1/4 here. It's like 90. Like 15. I don't know, not 15. Let's see. Just like can I use my brain? Anyway, it's like quarter from 90-degree. Some 20, yeah, 22 kind of, some 22 and a half. 20. So camera now here is fisheye camera looking like up above horizon line. So if here's parallel to ground, and this camera is like rotated upwards. So this direction of camera, it's not parallel to ground. It's about 22 and a half degree. So that's why we have this ratio between y vanishing point and z vanishing point, this is like about 1/4. So, and then again, like we're drawing all these grid lines. So for y, it's like this. For x, it's like this. For z, like this. So, let's say here again, this corner now has this building here. Some kind of billboard and billboard on this side. Then let's say here's some dude walking towards camera. He's like look like a zombie. Like, zombie in perspective. And then again this line of vehicle. Whatever there is underneath. Yes. Some buildings. Zombies in perspective. Hello, Alex. Yeah. Zombie cyberpunk. Actually, I don't know if there somebody make this kind of movie or not. Like, imagine all this implants, cyberware on the zombies. Will be like this movie upgrade. Yeah, it's like an alternative version of Terminator Judgment Day. Instead of nuclear war, AI decides to turn people into zombies. Yeah, so then, yeah, then let's do like camera looking down, right? So Y idea and left X, right X, Z vanishing point, horizon line. Wow, so crazy. So now we have this like 45 camera looking down, 45 angle. Alex Rodriguez. No, Rock Point and like he don't. I think it's not so extreme. He just I forget actually. Like I need to go watch again my video on Rock Point, but he don't use like 360 perspective. He don't use like 6 point perspective. I remember it. He just like make very extreme distortion of like tilted surface. So he draws this like uh, tilted ground. Instead of this, he's like make it like like a mountain, like a rock. So his main exaggeration is not about a lens. He is not like making like fisheye lens. He distorts space, like make it exaggerated distortion of environment, like roads. So it's instead of like we have house and road, in reality it's like this. He make it uh, like this. So we draw these buildings standing on the road this way. So, so that will do. So here we have x axis. And yeah, so we have y, z. So it's kind of, you see, it's similar to this kind of. So let's see. So and some people walking. And again, some flying car. So you see kind of just like how fun it is. I just make it like very quick demo, and with some more effort you can draw very detailed illustration, whatever you want. Take some references. Can draw some like actual environments, or you can use design from some movies or cyberpunk. Так. So now let's draw here as like camera horizontally from left, like I was showing here, right? So camera turn left like 45 degree. So what we have y above, y below, horizon line, and we can look, use this circle so we can create this kind of x and z. So now this z goes like this and like this. This x go like this, like this, like this, and the y so like that, and then it became like this magnetic field. So these are y. So in here we have this again like street, right? So have this building. So like billboard. Так, and так. Here we have this corner, this street, kind of, and here some dude. Cyberpunk zombies. Так. Yeah. Yeah, so I remind you, like everybody here on my channel already, so many video, so many tutorials. So if you're first time here or a long time here on this channel, you go like search or just watch old videos. There is already so many answers for your questions, like beginner perspective and a different kind of cases, like how to draw different stuff in perspective. Also, I have Gumroad. On a Gumroad, you can watch some kind of exclusive tutorials, like perspective for drawing city environments, urban sketching, stuff like that. Also, you can become member of this channel, kind of support this channel, because yeah, that's really helps receive some money from YouTube, so it's kind of motivate to make more videos. Some kind of car here. And for everybody who already member, I'm very grateful for you. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Because now, like, I have income from YouTube, like a little money every 2 months. And it's very kind of very cool. So it feels like actual teaching process when I have income from this, you know? Because, yeah, without income, it feels like I'm just crazy person talking with the camera. Just can't afford to be it just a hobby. So, and if you help like anyway, like not only money, just like share a video, tell your friends, share somewhere on your social media, just help channel grow. It will be a lot of bonus for this. Because again, like if I will have bigger channel, I will have some sponsors, some, I don't know, Copic will send me free sets of a Copics. It's kind of my dream here. And also I can invite a very cool artists to make tutorials together. Right now it's just like no much sense to call them here because not so many views. Need more view, need more engagement. and I will bring here like very cool artists. We'll talk about super advanced and kind of unusual subjects. Hello, Bloopy. Yeah, Copics so expensive. And yeah, you just need to buy like all this set with all markers in one time. So later can like refill them. Yeah, I think only because I have like about 20 Copics maybe. And it just feel not enough. Need to really have like all colors. Cannot like how to say, can't really be free with them if you don't have like full set of colors from my experience. So okay, here we have this like horizontal rotation 45 angle, and here let's do this like 45 horizontal and about 45 vertical rotation. So let's see, like this one here. Так. So here is X, here is Z, here Y, and this horizon line. I mean, really, like you will not see it anywhere else. I mean, maybe some people after watching my tutorials will also talk about this, but I was just like breaking down artist works and figuring out how they draw it and kind of understand principles of perspective and now and also like how to teach them to you. So it's kind of a lot of analysis, a lot of work. So really to kind of help you to comprehend very complex stuff. So it's not like you see it's a very interesting moment here. Teach advanced stuff or very complex stuff. It's not about make it easy like for 5-year-old, you know. You cannot teach like fisheye perspective for a 5-year-old. It's just not about this. Teaching advanced knowledge, advanced techniques, it's about make it possible for you to understand, you know, because like, or you do all this research, all this grinding yourself, or you study it through my explanations, but it's not easy. Neither it's easy. With me, it's just faster. It's the faster. I only help you to save your time, but I cannot compensate your laziness. You know, I cannot um, kind of because laziness is not just about like physical work, right? It's also about your um, forcing thinking. When you think like, okay, like I don't understand, so what should I do? I need to try to understand. I need to find a way how to understand this stuff, you know? And with my tutorials, when I'm talking about advanced level, you can do it much faster than if you will try to do it on your own. So it's just for beginners, it's like very hard to understand. I tell them like, you cannot understand this if you not understand beginner level stuff. So when I teach in a beginner tutorials, say like you do all this homework make sure you understand all this beginner stuff. After you will be able to get this thing. But they keep going to advanced level tutorials and ask very stupid questions and say like, you just have no idea what I'm doing in this video here, kind of, right? And like, if you ask me kind of to explain you with your like super zero basic level, how to understand this, yeah, I will need to make like 20-hour course on perspective to guide you here, and your brain will be just not able to focus so long time. So maybe me, like after all so much tutorials, maybe I will able to kind of drink coffee here and like build this like super huge line, like a chain to guiding you through so many small steps to this level, right? In one go. It's like already like kind of superhuman. But let's say if I can do it, right? It's just a very long way. And if you're not have um how to say enough discipline in you to follow simple instructions in the basic tutorials, then of course is not for you. Then of course this advanced level is not for you, because it requires this discipline, it requires this luggage of all this previous practice, just like this. Так, okay. So X go here, Z go here. Okay, let's do some just more lines. Why? Because just like drawing all these lines, beginner just cannot handle it. It's look like absolute gibberish. It's like, what is that? Like, it's like so many lines. Yeah, because you don't have enough training. Так, so let's say again, here's some. Так. Let's see what we draw here. Some dude. And no, let's make this building again. So billboard. So that's why it's kind of all this huge trouble with education right now. Because if education is client oriented, if education for this institution is kind of service for a client, then it's all super basic. It's all basic, it's all primitive. Because you cannot go advance because you depend on the client satisfaction. You cannot make client feel stupid. He need always feel like he in control and he perfectly understand. So you need to simplify down everything and think about advanced subjects. Um, when you simplify advanced subject, is not advanced anymore. It's became basic. Just like this. It's same like um yeah, it's this like I don't know how in English it's called, like when you can't uh, yeah, like if you start to put like some people in a small bed, then eventually you will need to cut his legs, right? Так, so okay. Here I start to lose him. So let's build here. It's kind of very extreme. Distortion. Dun, 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 dun. So here's some. So this dude should be more distorted. So it's kind of funny contrast. He's not very much in this perspective grid. Clouds. Okay. Also, this version. So, thanks for watching. Keep in mind, later when you want to learn such stuff just for curiosity, or you want to draw some dynamic scene, go back to this video and yeah, learn it. Same like in Scott Robertson book, say this it's for people who want to improve and learning constantly, for warriors, for seekers. Yeah, yeah, like
Madness. This is Gene Bond Art.